All right, so let's get into the catering startup cost breakdown for a drop-off catering business. I'm actually going to give you the 13 ways this will actually work for you if you're looking to start a catering business, specifically with the drop-off catering business model. There are quite a few different ways actually to do catering. We're going to dive into that here on how to start a catering business right now. All right, guys, so welcome back to How to Start a Catering Business. It's Damian Roberti. I am a food entrepreneur and food business founder, as well as a YouTube creator content. We got a ton of great channels here on YouTube, not just this one. Definitely check out the links down below. Let's dive into this. Get right off to the bat. Number one, decide your drop-off catering lane. This actually controls your costs. Now, why this matters? Listen to this specifically, what I mean by the catering lane. Your startup budget changes a lot depending upon what you sell. So you need to pick one to start. One is cold only. This would be sandwich boxes, salads, and wraps. This actually equals the lowest startup cost for this type of drop-off catering business model when it's number one, when you're looking at simply sandwiches and things that are cold. Number two, hot food and hot holding. Now, this is a little different. This would be pasta trays. This could be chicken, macaroni, and cheese. This equals a medium cost point. So this would be something that's a little bit above what we just mentioned about cold catering, but the next one is the most expensive, higher cost to launch, which is the mix of hot and cold. This is a little bit larger menu, and you have different menu options. Now, the cost impact on this one particularly is cost only can start around $500 to $2,000. If you're looking for a hot and holding, often lands at around $2,000 to about $8,000. Of course, depends on your model breakdown. I'm going to break all these down for you, so stick with me till the end. I've got some great images to explain exactly what these mean. Now, the mixed can push between about $4,000 to maybe $15,000. That's going to be dependent more so on equipment, not necessarily on your menu. Number two, licensing and compliance costs. Now, this is the legal to sell budget line, okay? Now, these costs vary, of course, by city, county, and state, but most drop-off caterers run into these categories. Typical cost buckets are the following. Business setup, well, you have a business license and your registration. Next would be your food safety. This would be any like food handling certifications or manager certifications that you'll need to get. Now that's pretty clear actually, by the way, guys, across every state. Now the variance will be dependent upon the pricing of those specific ones. Health department, this would be a permit plus inspections depending on your business model specifically. Commissary and or a kitchen approval. If this is required, potentially if you've got your own kitchen or if you're tapping into a new commissary. Now, your budget range typically is about $2,000 to about $200 to $2,500 to launch. Now, you can only lower or go higher, but this is actually realistic planning range between those price points. Number three, kitchen access. Now, your biggest make or break cost here is going to be this kitchen, okay? Drop-off catering can be cheap or expensive depending upon where you're actually cooking. Now, three common options are this. You have a home kitchen, only if it's allowed, of course, for the menu that you're making, and in some states you actually can. This would be lower costs, often limited to non-potentially hazardous food items, depending upon the local rules and regulations. The budget for that one, anywhere from $0 to $300 a month. Now, shared kitchen, this is a commercial kitchen or commissary, which is normally the most common method. Your rent by the hour or your monthly membership. The budget for that, well, hourly could be about $20 to $60 an hour. That's kind of a common range. Monthly, though, if you get simply a monthly all you can use, which varies widely as well, that's going to be $300 to $1,500. Now, the number C is actually partner kitchen. This is actually unique. This could be a church, restaurant, or bakery at off hours. This is often cheaper than commissary if you actually negotiate it. The budget for this could be considerably less, like around $200 to maybe $1,000. Now, here's a quick pro tip. Your kitchen cost should be priced into each order. More on that later. I'm going to dive into that just in a second. Now, number four, your core equipment. You always want to start with a drop-off catering business model lean. You can always upgrade and grow as you get bigger, but really start off as lean as possible. You don't need a restaurant build-out, you know what I mean? You need reliable basics. Absolute essentials, nearly everyone needs these, like speed racks or sheet pans, large mixing bowls, knives, and cutting boards, Cambros, and of course food storage containers, measuring tools, and scale. Now, this is for consistent portions, by the way, if you're looking portions specifically. Thermometers, it's going to be instant read or even probe thermometers. Now, the budget for this, around $250 to about $1,200. Now, hot food add-ons. Now, if you do actually end up having hot trays, you're going to need chafing dishes or electric warmers, hotel pans and lids. Oh, by the way, really quick, I have a great list down below in the description and in the comments section below this video that has all of this broken down for you so you can literally go through, take a look at what I'm telling you. You don't have to write all this down. I got you a great go-to list. It's absolutely free, by the way. So the budget for that when it comes to hot food add-ons is about $400 to $2,500. Now you've got cold food add-ons. Now this could be coolers with ice packs, insulated cold carriers, now labels, and of course, and date dots. The budget for that is around $150 to maybe $800. $800 is a little on the high side. It'd be probably less than that. All right, step 5. You got delivery setup. So the most overlooked cost. Now you're not staffing events, but you are a logistics company now. And here's what I mean. You need insulated transporter. Okay, this would be for hot and cold bag carriers. Stabilization, this is a non-slip mats, bins, straps, so trays don't slide, of course. Simple cart dolly, of course, option, but huge time saver when you're taking products out of your vehicle. Mileage and fuel plan. So you must, of course, charge for delivery. The budget for this is about $150 to $900 to start. Now, here's a quick pro tip, by the way. Delivery isn't free. It's either a delivery fee or you baked into your minimum order when you give your client the actual bill. Number 6, packaging and disposals. Now, this is important because these little things add up. This becomes a reoccurring monthly cost. Drop-off catering lives and dies by packaging. Now, it's your presentation, right? So typical items normally like aluminum trays with lids or combustible trays, to-go boxes if individual meals are catered. Now, cutlery kits or napkins. Of course, labels, which would be ingredient, allergen, packed on dates, etc. Serving utensils like tongs, spoons, or ladles. Sterno, of course, plus racks, only if you, of course, offer hot setup kits. That's for the hot menu. Now, the startup for this stock budget is about $150 to $800. Monthly replenishment, now this will vary by volume, but plan on pre-order packaging costs, like trays about $1 to $4, and individual boxes about 40 cents to $2, and of course your cutlery kits, 10 to 40 cents. Number 7, your food and ingredient inventory, your first orders budget, actually, by the way. You do not need to actually stock a restaurant pantry. Start with the following. Ingredients for your first 2 to 5 jobs, a small buffer for substitutions, which you might have clients substituting different ingredients. Budget for this is around $200 to $1,500. Now, it depends on the menu and your order size, of course. Really quick pro tip. You want to build a menu with cross-utilization. Same ingredients used across multiple items that actually lowers both food cost and waste. All right, number 8, branding and basic marketing. You don't need to spend a ton on this either, just enough to get booked. You don't need a huge brand packaging to start, but you do need to look legitimate. Minimum marketing setup. Of course, simple logo, menu PDF, a simple PDF file that has your menu that you can send your clients. Instagram or a Facebook page, doesn't cost anything. Google business profile, free as well. Basic photos. You can even do phone photos in good light with your simple smartphone. Optional but powerful, a basic website with a landing page. Online ordering from Google Formworks. Now, also business cards or even flyers for people to give out if they give once you meet your clients. Your budget for this can be $0 to $800 if you're starting very lean. Number 9, insurance. Not always required, but smart. This is the sleep at night line item. Now, especially for corporate or school jobs, common types, you have general liability insurance, product liability, and commercial auto, if you need that for your vehicle, by the way. And as I mentioned before, definitely check out the resource guide I have down below. It has a lot of this information on there as well. Budget $25 to $150. That's monthly. Many small operators can land here at about that price point. Number 10, your realistic startup budget tiers. Now, this is an easy slide. Check this one out. Now, here are 3 real world budgets based upon how people actually start. So tier 1, your lean start, cold only, right? Simple menu, about $2,000. That's basic tools, packaging, permits, and a small little bit of marketing. Tier 2, your standard start. That's going to be hot food with proper transport, about $2,000 to $8,000. Better warmers, carriers, more packaging systems, some marketing. Now, tier 3, a pro start. This is a higher volume, polished brand. It's about $8,000 to $15,000. All right, so number 11, the hidden cost that people forget. Now, you definitely got to check this one out. These surprise beginners because number 1, time. Prep plus packing, delivery takes longer than you think. That's important. Waste, you have overproduction, which kills your profit. Rush orders, you need to spend a rush fee. Payment processing also comes about 2.9% of your transaction or 3%. Refunds and complaints, buffer, you got about 1 to 2 mistakes early on. Those are things you want to think about. Number 12, the simple way to price your cost into each order. Now, this is a quick method. So this keeps you profitable from day 1. For each order, you want to price in the following. Of course, food costs, ingredients, packaging costs, labor, which is your time, kitchen fee, delivery fee, and then, of course, your profit margin. Rule of thumb for drop-off catering, you want to aim for 65 to 75% gross margin on most items after your food costs, okay? All right, number 13, quick example cost breakdown. Let's go through this really quick. So the example of the drop-off, let's say a pastry tray order for like 15 people. Ingredients is around $35. Your packaging tray and utensils, about $18. Kitchen time costs, about $20. Delivery costs, $12. Your total real cost in is about $85. So if you charge $180 as an example, profit before tax overhead is $95. Now that's the kind of math that makes drop-off catering work. So check out the checklist. And if you guys have any questions about drop-off catering and how much does it actually start and breaking it down, I hope that helps you out. If it did, give us a thumbs up. Check out our other channels here on Marketing Food Online. We have as well Food Truck Freaks and Cottage Food Laws. I'll see you in our next video.